Welcome to the Project Read Volunteer Orientation. This orientation will give you a brief overview of the responsibilities and expectations of Project Read volunteers, as well as a brief history of the Project Read program. Project Read works with a variety of students who have a variety of literacy levels, and they work to improve their English reading and writing skills. We have been around since 1984, and we offer very low cost tutoring services for our students. For the student, it's $10 per year to participate in our program, and we have on average 30 to 40 active tutor-student pairs, and we serve approximately 100 students each year. Our students are all adults, so they must be at least 16 years old, and they must also communicate proficiently in English. So if English is not their first language, they take a proficiency exam to qualify for our program, and they must also test below a 9th grade reading level. And once they reach the 9th grade reading level, they graduate from Project Read. We offer one-on-one tutoring to our students, and our program is the only one of its kind in Utah. So to be a tutor, you must commit for at least 6 months, and tutors are expected to meet with students at least 3 hours per week. That's usually 2 90-minute sessions. If you cannot meet these requirements, then we have some other volunteer opportunities that you can participate in. One of those is becoming a lab volunteer. Lab volunteers commit to come to 2 lab sessions a month, and they assist the literacy specialist and the students as directed by the literacy specialist. The literacy lab is open for students to come to a small group class where they can work with other Project Read students, and they're taught by a literacy specialist. As a lab volunteer, you can come in and work with the students during this small group class and assist the literacy specialist in whatever is needed for that day. Our lab hours are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We have a noon lab that goes from 12 to 1:30 p.m. and then an evening lab from 6 to 7:30 p.m. And there's also a writing lab on Saturdays, and this lab is open to the community or anyone who wants help with their writing skills. And those hours are Saturdays from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Office volunteers are volunteers who come in and work on a specific assignment with a staff member. So these assignments vary from month to month according to whatever is the current need. And office volunteers usually commit to a specific schedule, and they work with the volunteer coordinator to create that schedule. We just ask that you keep Project Read staff informed of your progress on any assignments or any questions that you have, and fulfill the assigned responsibilities. Office volunteers can work on writing assignments, book leveling, filing, making copies, small tasks around the office, or bigger tasks maybe with the website or in our community outreach. So to become a volunteer, you complete this orientation and then fill out the application. Then meet with a Project Read staff member to talk about your skills and interests, what projects you might want to assist with, and then with a staff member decide on your specific duty and responsibility. As a volunteer, you are responsible to keep accurate records of your volunteer hours. Keep us notified if there's any changes to your schedule and you're no longer able to come in, or if your contact information changes, and keep us informed if you have any concerns about your duties. If you want to borrow books from the Project Read Library as a volunteer, you can pay a $20 book deposit, and you're welcome to check out any of our books. And once you're finished volunteering, then we will refund your book deposit. To report your hours, we have a sign-in sheet in our office, and volunteers who do not work in the office turn in a monthly report. You can turn in your monthly report to a Project Read staff member in the office. You can take a picture of it and email it to our email address, which is info@projectreadutah.org. You can take a picture and text it to the office, and our phone number is 801-448-7323, or you can mail it in. Okay, behavioral guidelines for volunteers. Volunteers are expected to conduct themselves as mature, responsible adults at all times. We have a zero tolerance policy for the following actions: inappropriate expression or action, possessing or being under the influence of drugs or alcohol, refusal to follow reasonable and proper directions, failure to participate in assigned volunteer duties. Any violation of the above will result in immediate dismissal from Project READ. The volunteer dismissal policy is that volunteers may be dismissed for not complying with required training, not complying with stated responsibilities, or disregarding volunteer policies. Our safety policy includes the following: volunteers must not loan or give money or goods to a student, date a volunteer or student, ask a student to babysit your children or babysit the children of a student, go to the home of a volunteer or student, ride with or give rides to a volunteer or student. We are on social media, so you can like our Facebook page, our Instagram, and you can search for us at Project READ Utah. And just remember to contact Project READ if you have any questions or concerns about your volunteer tasks, if your availability or your contact information changes, or if you have problems with students or staff members. Thank you for watching this orientation, and we look forward to working with you.